All right, recording. Are we recording? We are. So, hello, it is Katie. I am here with Jackie Flynn. Jackie is an amazing play therapist. Jackie, you inspire me with your blend of play therapy and EMDR, and you're doing things and teaching things in the field that I had never even heard were, I guess, not possible, but I'd never heard being done before because I had always thought like EMDR is for adults and there's these other things for kids. But you're really bringing like sand tray and play therapy and trauma informed care together. Can you just share? I know you have this big, awesome thing that we're promoting, but I want to hear a little bit about like how you bring playfulness into your work with trauma, and how like we're talking in group guru, so how this can kind of be brought into the group setting, or how you conceptualize that. Putting you on the spot.
Absolutely. Oh, thank you, Katie. Thank you for giving me this opportunity. So, as a registered play therapist, I realized that a lot of the kids that I was working with had trauma.
Yeah.
And I heard about EMDR therapy. I was trained in EMDR, and of course, the basic training was mainly for adults. So, I brought that back to my practice. I really didn't know how to use it with like the little ones, the 5 year olds, the teenagers. And so, I integrated the play therapy in there and read lots of books and hours of consultation. And it works really well with sand tray therapy, which I know you are
Yeah.
into as well. Sand tray is amazing. So I just kind of I integrate all three of those. Sand tray is part of play therapy, and then the EMDR, eye movement desensitization reprocessing.
I'm glad you said all those words because I can never remember the order of them, even though the letters are in the right order. But it
Uh-huh.
sounds like you found like this mix of all of these things that you're passionate about, and you brought them together and you found a way to make them really work for your clients. And that's something that I value so much. There's crazy light happening here, but that's something that I value so much in all of the therapists that I work with and that inspire me, is that they use these frameworks for here's the evidence, here's what works, here's who I like to work with, and let me find a way to put them together so that I can authentically connect with my clients and help them heal in a way that makes sense for me and that attracts the clients that really need my way of working to me.
hmm Yeah, I have to say you inspire me a lot. I took your group guru course, and Manda Maddock, which is one of the speakers, and we opened, we started up some groups in our practice, and since then she
Okay.
started her own because she's amazing. Um, but the play therapy, we followed your model and just did that play therapy style with the little ones, and then she did that with her. She works with a lot of teens and young adults, so.
That's
Thank you for all of the
amazing.
training you've given us.
Yay, thank you. I'm so excited. Can you give us like one example of one of your favorite group activities that you do? I love like my group loves to hear about group activities and inspiration. What's something you've done with your kids in group that like everyone loved or that you felt really fulfilled or buzzed about when you were done?
Absolutely, yeah. So I've done group sand tray before.
Yeah.
So I got these and this sounds kind of crazy, but I got these big feed bowls, and they were metal, and I spray painted them blue inside so it looked like an individual round sand tray for everyone.
Cool.
So this was a group of like young girls, like tween girls,
Yeah.
and put the sand tray in front of everybody at the table, and then I had all the miniatures out, and we did individual sand trays, and then had them take a meaningful miniature from their individual tray and bring it to the group sand tray. Sorry, my dog just broke something.
Are you okay over there?
Yeah, I think she just broke something. There we go. She knocked something off of
Oh,
the couch.
sweet.
But yeah, it was super cool. Like they brought it all to the to that big sand tray, and then we did group sand tray with it. But we really like the way that I love with your training. You taught us how to screen, and how to really schedule the groups, and all of the pieces like that. It
Whole
worked really
system.
well. Hmm.
That's amazing. I'm just picturing your kids and their sand trays and being able to take something with them to, that reminder of the power of sand tray and group therapy, and that just warms my heart.
Hmm.
You had mentioned Amanda. I'm curious about, so let some of the speakers that you have at this symposium, obviously me, so amazing speakers. No, I'm
Yes,
just kidding.
girl. Yeah,
But you have, oh, I needed to nerd out about Tammy Von Hollander for a minute. May I do so? So
absolutely. I love
she is
her.
local to my area. And when I started thinking about, I was at the partial hospital, I was working with kids and teens at that time, and I started thinking about branching out. And she would post on social media, again, like I teach posting on social media, but she would post like all of these cool activities that she was doing and sand trays and inspirational things that had to do with play and, you know, creativity. And she just inspired me to want to use play and creativity in my therapy. And she feels like a celebrity to me. So the fact that like you two are doing all of these things, I feel like low-key connected to like this idea that she's amazing and inspirational. And I'm so excited that she's one of the speakers in your
Oh my gosh, that's great. I told her about you too. She already knew of you too. You guys are fellow fans of each other.
That's so nice. But yes, she's amazing, and she's like a creator, which I think is so cool. So just like
Yeah.
you.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, she actually, these right here, I have these and just happen to be by my side. Her little,
Yeah.
their greatness, Casey's Greatness Wings, they have the words in there. I love them. I haven't actually used the ones that are in here yet,
Are they
but
feelings words? I think I need to get
yeah.
them.
Well, they're like, they're positive words, and they're like words like encouragement, loving,
Mhm.
hard worker. And she talks about this greatness sticks activity that she learned about through her nurtured heart approach
Yeah.
certification. And then you just kind of in the beginning, I'm dropping them all over. In the beginning session, you just bring the parent and the child in, and then you have them look through all of this. I have mine on sticks, but you can have them look through this,
Yeah.
and then just put them all in the sand tray, and then talk about all the strengths. So it's like a strength-based activity.
I love that. I'm thinking about how I could use that in groups, and what I'm thinking is that I could have them all on the table and have them say like, choose one that you think resonates with who you are or how you feel, and choose one for someone else in the group, and create that connection of like, how do you see others? Especially my teens, they love to know, how do other people see me, right? Because that's one of
Uh-huh.
their developmental questions. So that would be amazing. All right,
Mhm.
tell
She
us.
talks about how she used it, like in this video for the symposium.
Yeah.
She talked about how she used it in India with some of the women there. And it's
Oh,
so inspirational. I nearly brought tears to my eyes. She's amazing. But
yeah.
she did use it in a group setting.
That's really cool. I have to
Hmm.
watch that video. So that
Uh-huh.
was what I was going to ask you, like, tell us who this symposium is for. Who is the therapist who's going to benefit from this, and what are some of the things that they're going to learn, or, you know, some of the people that they're going to see?
Okay, yeah. The symposium is mainly geared towards child therapists, child and teen therapists,
Yeah.
and many of the people that are signing up are either grad students or private practitioners or currently working in the therapy setting. So there's so many different techniques in there and exposures to different therapies like pet assisted or animal assisted play therapy and
Yeah.
all kinds of things. We had Noreen in there. I see Noreen go live in your Facebook group.
Yeah. Noreen is a
So
friend, and she's amazing suicidologist and has her own course.
yeah, was her last name Van Hooven
And
or
Raven.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Her video alone was like eye opening because that, when I have a client with suicide ideation, I, get a little bit nervous, as all of us do. It feels kind of scary. So when you demystify, exactly what you need to know, what you do with the client to help keep them safe, then you can, do what you need to do. And she talks about that in that interview, and also gives a great download for the past of like the emotional thermometer.
Oh, I mean, she's genius at that, just making that, you know, big scary thing feel manageable and knowing what to do in that situation.
Uh-huh, uh-huh. I love her. Let me do a quick little screen share to show you who all is on. Oh, it's not letting me share my screen. I'll just kind of say
No.
it verbally. Um, I have like, and I'll just do a quickie. So there's like 40, so there's so many
Oh
people
my
in there.
gosh.
What I did to pick the people that I was going to choose, I literally thought, who inspires me and what do I want to know more about? So
Yeah.
at the end of the list, I have to say yours was like one of the top
Oh,
three on
stop.
there.
Stop
Katie.
it. No, but seriously, you have so many inspirational thought leaders and therapists that are just doing like innovative things in their practice. And I feel like anyone who joins onto the symposium, and you can get access for free, right? Like you can.
Yeah, in fact, it's all for free. All of the interviews, there's 40 of them. You
Yeah.
can watch for 36 hours from the day of release. There's 8 released each day. So on Monday, there's 8, Tuesday, there's 8, all the way up until Friday. And you have 36 hours to watch those. And if you don't have time to watch them and you would like to keep them, you can purchase all 40 plus an additional, it's called the Therapist Extraordinaire Pass, just
Ooh.
for like $97. And then you get like lots of downloads. Like there's ebooks in there, there's cheat sheets. One of my very favorite interviews in there, or most beneficial, was assessments. That's one thing that I feel like I needed more education in. And Joanna Piskarski, I hope I'm saying that right, in Canada,
Yeah.
she's like near Calgary, Canada, I believe. She walks us through all kinds of play-based assessments, some of those formal assessments,
Oh,
those
that's awesome.
one from Lowenstein's book. She really gives us some good specifics of what to use,
Yeah.
and then she provides a cheat sheet that she provided for that therapist pass, so you can go out and you get whatever you need for the assessments, and then go put them in your practice to
Yeah.
really beef up your work.
Yeah. So I was going to say, I feel like anyone who's gaining access to these materials, it's an education. Like if you're a therapist who works with kids or teens, it's not just one way, it's all different ways from all different professionals, all different perspectives. And so, being able to have all of those things in one place and to learn from so many amazing people, I mean, that to me is worth its weight in gold, because we learn by how we immerse ourselves with people who are doing great things in the world, right? Like that's how I do my best work, is surrounding myself with content and people who are doing amazing things. So
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. And I see that. I seen you like with Ernesto. I mean, you're like, and you're going to be in Fort Lauderdale here
yeah,
soon, and at the cool conference. What is it? The not
not
so.
your typical psychotherapist conference.
That's super cool. But yeah, I didn't want to just include child therapists in this. I wanted to
Yeah.
expand people's horizons. So I have a registered dietitian in there, Jill
Oh,
Castle, which is amazing. She's a pediatric dietitian, a
cool.
nutritionalist. She's like world renowned. She's amazing. And then Lindsay Bill, she's the author of Sensory Smarts. She's an occupational therapist. Have people on there talking about like I'll pull up Santrate therapy. Dr. Jen talking about helping children regulate with trauma sensitive yoga. She is
Oh, okay.
so good.
Yeah.
It felt like almost like a graduate certificate after interviewing these people. There's
Yeah.
one on like music therapy. I don't know if you've heard of like Kate Shannon from Creative Therapy Umbrella Podcast.
No, that
She's
sounds
incredible.
cool.
She talked about music therapy. And then there's one on like attachment. We have Sarah Whalen. She's not a child therapist, but she does do RDI, the relationship development intervention.
Hmm.
So for kids that are have an autism spectrum disorder, I have the guy that created the labyrinths
Great.
on there. So many different things. I would probably just talk your ear off if I talked about like everybody. But one that specifically really felt really useful to me is like Althea Simpson. I
I know
believe
that
she's
name.
out of Maryland. Have you heard of her?
Yes, I think I follow her on social media.
Yeah, she's amazing. I've reached out to her for consultation with some of the groups, with some of my cases, and talking about like sexual abuse and what us as therapists, we don't always know when a client comes in what the client is, what their past traumas are. They may not always disclose it to us. She gives us some good information on that. I don't know if you've heard of Samantha Willis.
No.
She's like the expert in LGBTQ community, and she gives a lot of like different screeners and stuff or not screeners, but resource list to help out our clients where they need them the most. There's one on vaping and about clients that are like triggered by active shooter drills, and Amy Baker talking about parent alienation, which is totally out of my comfort zone. Oh, and Janet Courtney talking about the power of touch. I know a lot of times there's like child therapists, we can be kind of a little hesitant to touch the clients because of several different reasons. She talks about what people are worried about and then how to help them. So, through
See,
the
so
touch.
many. So like I can't wait to watch them all now. And I can't wait, as you're talking, I'm like, oh, my team would benefit from these and they would love them. And so I already shared it with all of them. I'm sure they're
Oh,
signed
thank
up, but it's like what I can't imagine why this I can't even talk. This would be so helpful for anyone who's working with kids or teens. And there's no reason not to, is what I was trying to say. You get
you.
access for free. If you want to keep them, if you want more, if you don't have time to watch them all, of course there's an option to purchase, because you spent so much time putting together 40 different professionals and interviewing them, and you've done the legwork of gathering this whole like program together. So there is a bonus if you sign on for more, but why not take a peek at
Yeah.
it? Use it like a buffet. If you only want a couple of them, sign up and just like watch the ones you want. Like, I don't know. I'm in. I'm all for it.
Oh, thank you. I did want it to make it free because I know a lot of times starting out, um,
Mhm.
we're all on a budget, like especially in the beginning,
Yeah.
and having that free education. Now, a lot of times people are asking, are there CEUs? There's not any CEUs because I wanted to make it so big and so valuable that would have definitely slowed me down. So I just, kind of put it out there for the educational value. There's one on body focused repetitive behaviors like and nail biting and cheek and
Yeah.
lip biting, like nail trichotillomania, things
Yeah.
like that. Anxiety, so many. ADHD, Dr. Dawn from Texas, she's really good.
Okay.
So many. So if anybody wants to really kind of look at the lineup, it's at innovativechildtherapy.com.
I will put the link above the video. I'm going to post it in my group. I'm so thrilled that you put this together. I'm so excited for everyone who gets to witness this and learn from this. And it's just, I mean, it's going to be such an enriching and valuable experience that I'm excited to get started. We start on Monday, right?
Yep, Monday morning. Anybody who signs up, and I believe the link will accompany this post. Anybody who signs up, they will get an email notifying them every day of the lineup of the speakers, and then they'll get notified each day, and they can purchase the pass at any point during the week, I believe.
Amazing. Jackie, thank you so much for taking some time out of your day to talk to us about this, to share your favorite group activity, to let me nerd out on Tammy Von Hollander for a
Aw,
second. If you're watching this, you have to check out the Child Symposium. Link is going to be above us with this posted video. Thank you for watching. Jackie, thank you again. Have an amazing night. Hope your dog is chill.
yeah, you might hear a little background noise. They're
I
cleaning
love it. We're
in the
living.
background is wonderful. I was like, I have my little sign that says recording that I wrote on my paper with eyeliner so that it could be quiet. But
But your dog couldn't read that, so.
luckily I have a team of people here working in the background, AKA my family.
As always. All right. Have a great night. Thank you, everyone, and join the symposium.
Yes,
Bye.
thank you. Bye.